Calie Move, week 5, day 3 test. Um, I'm gonna try and do week 6, day 1. Now I've got them to unlock it. Technically, I'm outside of their lock window, which is to say, uh, if you follow the program as they put it together, um, what'll end up happening is that you'll come to a lock point. Well, you might not. I mean, I guess if you do it just as they're saying, week 1, week 2, week 3, you'll be fine. But if you're kind of trying to go fast, or you want, like you've done, like maybe you started on Sunday and you got Tuesday and Thursday, and you are a person who works out on Saturday, you might want a Saturday workout. You can't after the first couple of weeks. You do a test week, then you do a workout week, and then you get one more week. After week 3, they start locking them. You can't do this until this date. You can't do this until that date, or until this many days, that many days, so on and so forth. So um, you're actually trying to get all these uh, days in. You have to do other stuff. Come back later. Now you can. Maybe that's good for you if you're just starting out and you're trying to get to the point. Maybe you do some extra days if you're moving along pretty good. You do some extra days. You do the same things again. Try to get to higher numbers. Try to get closer to the max. But if you're maxing out, all other exercises are really close to it. You might want to go forward. You can write to Calie Move, and after 4 weeks, they'll unlock it for you, the whole thing. So keep that in mind. You do have that option if you choose. Uh, I know that because I wrote them after week 2 or 3, and they said after week 4 we'll unlock the whole thing if you want. So I wrote them, said, hey, it's been 4 weeks, which is fine. It's not that these exercises haven't been challenging. There's it's like the test weeks are really light. You only do 4 exercises and you're done. That's it for the day. It takes 40 minutes because you do 5 to 10 minutes in between. So it might take, if you go kind of fast, 15. It might take only 20 minutes. But if you do the 10 minutes, it's going to take longer. Uh, so it's a short workout. It's good because you are doing max. Hopefully you did something to warm up, and you'll be able to get into to doing a little bit more. So, hey, look what I found. I found my heart rate monitor, so I'm going to put that on today. No, I didn't just now find it. I found it actually when I went to the gym. I thought I lost it at the gym, but I did not. It was just weird. It fell into a weird spot. Huh. I didn't even know that was. Why would that happen? Why, why would I get that Stream Elements thing? It's like, duh, if you're on my website, it's going to say, if you're on the page, why do you need a Stream Elements announcement? I don't, that's weird. Okay. So I can put my heart rate monitor back on. Hopefully it'll work. That it's still functional. I haven't tried to use it since supposedly leaving it behind at the gym, but we will. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah. See if I can get this to work. If it works. Oh, it doesn't work. I mean, it's not that it's not working. It's probably that I've cooled down too much and it can't, and it's cold. Um, if you've got some moisture or sweat or whatever on the, I may have to try and dampen it to see if I can get it to connect. But for now, I don't need to do that at this second. All right. Let's see what else. I think that's it. I think we're ready to get started here. Um, I'm going to go ahead and see what do we got here. Do we have camera set up? Yeah, we're good. Now let me make the transition. Alrighty here. Uh, okay, I'm not sure why it thinks I hit start on the on the workout, but that's actually not even the thing I was supposed to do. Okay, so the first things we're doing, I haven't actually put these in. So we got band assisted pull-ups. So we're going to do pull-up. I'm just going to go ahead and put these in so I don't have to. Um, Sometimes I like to put in pull downs or weighted pull-up. Weighted pull-up will work. This way you can actually add weight. So if I had a vest on, or if I'm doing something like that, or using cables, or if you're using bands, you might want to reduce your weight value so you can kind of measure your improvement. If you just do pull-up and you can't do a whole one, you can't count. Oh, you did one. You have to say I did half. How does that work? You can't do it. So ultimately what you're trying to do is record how much weight you were able to lift. And if it means doing a band that takes 50 pounds off, or you're on one of the pull-up assist things at the gym, you're going to want to be able to do what you did. So you may only did 150 and you weigh 180, or 110 and you weigh 130. I don't know, whatever your weight scale is, but you're trying to reduce your weight. The assisted weight pull-ups at the gym, everything you put on there is a subtraction from your body weight. So if you are doing them just body weight, then you just put in your body weight. So you're going to do, whatever you weigh, and that's how many you did at that body weight. So if you gain weight or lose weight, you're actually fluctuating how much you're lifting. You can put on a vest to increase that, to try to make it more difficult also. Or if you get a weight belt, you can add even more weight. Um, so let's see what's next. Then we have step ups. That's a classic one. Let's just see. Dumbbell step up. That'll work. Now, if you're doing body weight with step ups, um, I recommend recording something for weight. Um, you could record your body weight. You could record 3/4 of your body weight because the one leg isn't doing any lifting. If you're trying to get accurate, 3/4 is probably the best measurement, but it's also math. People say, I don't want to do that much math. So you could do a base number, which is 10. So this way, when you do start adding dumbbells, you just add 10 to whatever you put on there. So its body weight is 10. And then at least you're lifting something. And then when you start adding dumbbells or whatever else, you're adding it to whatever. So it's at least 10 is not a good number. To say 0 is kind of silly. Plus, it won't count as any kind of lift. It won't count any percentages. So if you're just trying to count how much weight, even grab a couple 2.5 pound, 2.25 pound. If you're really weak, or rather very small, haven't worked out in a really long time, I don't want to say necessarily weak. You could just be a very small person with very little muscle mass because you don't. Yeah, technically I guess it's weak, but I don't want to say you're weak. I just want to say use light weights. Grab 2.25 and just start with that, and always count your dumbbells. Always have something in your hand. Or go 0 and use your body weight. I think going 0 body weight is the best, but I don't always do it either. Weighted pull-up. Then we have dip. Band-assisted dip. I'll show you what that is, but you don't have to do it with a band if you don't want to. Again, you can do a machine dip or weighted dip, just so that you can add weight, which I will do because I like to be able to have that option. And then we have glute bridge. I don't know if that's technically in here, but yeah, you could do same thing. If you do barbell glute bridge, again, you're able to add weight. So that's always an option. Um, and they have single leg glute bridge. I guess it all depends on if you think you're ever going to want to add weight. These things don't add weight. If you say single leg, that's all your option is. Single leg, that's the heavier version. If you just do barbell glute bridge, you can say your body's pretty much on the ground. You're not lifting it. If both legs are on the ground, you're just lifting maybe 20 pounds. Pick a number, just for a base count, and that's what you're lifting. If you pick up your leg, you can probably double that weight. It's hard. It's like short of doing some kind of a scale to figure out what your resistance is. I'm going to do barbell glute bridge just because it allows me weight. So there you go. There's my 4 exercises to start. I don't know how far I'll get today. I mean, I'll get these done because these are only one set. But if I want to try to do, if I want to try to do the day six, day six, week 6, day 1. I have had people, I have had a couple people ask me because I've been working out with my shirt. Um, I just ran a few miles on the treadmill and it's pretty warm in here because my house is trying to heat itself up. It's 30 degrees outside, so it's cranking up the heat. Um, People ask if I have abs. Um, I have a little bit of abs. You can see what, one 3-pack, one, two, one, two, three. So, and down here it's just kind of, so I would say that's a no. But for one thing, technically everybody has abs. So when they're asking you if you have abs, they're asking you if they can be seen, if they're visible abs. They should be saying, do you have visible abs? Then you would know. I'm not there yet. I say yet because one of these days, enough effort, God willing, I'll be able to slim down enough to actually show abs. Really, all abs are visible abs are just body weight, body fat percentage, right? So the lower your body fat percentage, the more likely you're going to see your abs. Doesn't mean I don't have them and I'm not strong, or that I don't have decent strength in my abs. It just means I eat too much. Light just flashed. I'm not sure what that was. Okay. I don't have to do dips, and I am doing pull-ups, so let's go ahead and move this. I already call it pikes. So we'll do that. All right, so band-assisted pull-up. You only have to do 3 to 8. Again, this is considering itself a beginner workout. Now, yesterday, was it yesterday? No, yesterday, the day before yesterday, I actually did a lot of pull-ups. I mean, I was just doing full-length pull-ups just to kind of see if I could do it. I can do 3 to 8, so I'm going to probably do it without the band. But I'm going to show you basically what band assisted looks like. So I have these bands right here. If I want to, which in order to show you, I do. Now this is a really small band. It's not going to have much of an effect, but it does have an effect. So at full length, this is probably 20 pounds of resistance. So not a huge amount, maybe 25, I don't know. I do have thicker ones. These bands are by Iron Infidel, I believe is what their brand is. Yeah, Iron Infidel. Which always makes me think of what is it? Jeff, not Foxworthy, the ventriloquist guy who has the Ahmed, and he's the Ahmed, the skeleton dummy, and he's like, Infidel, I kill you. Yeah, I know. It's probably he's supposed to be a skeleton, a dead, I don't know, terrorist. I think he's Ahmed the dead terrorist. I think that's what he is. And that's this thing. So this is how this is supposed to work. Now you can do hands forward, you can do hands back, however works for you. Thumbs on top is supposedly easier, thumbs on bottom is harder. Just set it up for however's comfortable and works for you. 3 to 8. But again, it's supposed to be a max. This is a test, so if you can do more, do more. He's doing them with his legs bent. As you can see, my arm's fully extended. I'm on the ground. So I'm basically taking the weight off of myself because once I'm hanging, you can see my legs have to be bent. So there's a couple ways for me to do it. There's one, try to do a hollow hold position. And then there's also a bent leg position, which I would have to bend my leg here, which is hard to do with a band. So I'm just going to do the hollow hold position for now. This allows me not to have to put my feet on the ground if I don't want to. You still want to engage your shoulders, so that'll lift you up off the ground slightly. Now be careful when you're taking the band off so you don't slap yourself in the face. Grab the weight, grab the band, reduce the pressure, pull your leg out. All right, so what did I do, 12? I probably could have done more. But my first of anything is lazy. It's not warmed up yet. My motivation, my drive isn't totally turned on yet, I guess. So you can see I do my body weight. I took 20 pounds off of that. 162, I'll say. That's 12. If you only do one, it's probably going to be a little bit skewed, but that's right. Step ups. Now, I don't have a step up block. So I have my bench, but this bench is an odd bench. It's not odd, but it doesn't have lateral stability all that great. I mean, it has it, it's there, but if you put too much weight on left or right, it will tip. So you gotta make sure you put your foot right into the middle. Now they say take 5 to 10 minutes, but as you can guess, doing 5 to 10 minutes after a pulling exercise for a stepping exercise is kind of silly. Because, I mean, you're basically taking a 10-minute break to do a leg exercise. I had no exercise during the previous effort. Again, I could probably do a lot more than 10 or 12 or whatever it is that what is the number that they have? 3 to 8. Okay, so there is some differences on this. If you're used to doing step-ups with dumbbells, you might be doing this, where you push up with the back leg. Not supposed to do that. So you want to get a good center point on whatever, so you can see my chair is not the greatest, but ultimately you want this leg to do all the work. So what you might want to consider is trying to think of keeping your toes and the back foot up. Because it's a lot harder to push up without your toes. I guess you could still do it, but it's harder. But ultimately what you want to do is put your arms out, lean forward until this leg can engage, and really think about keeping this one, just letting it be lifted off the ground. And you'll feel a lot more here, okay? It's actually kind of hard not to push off. I can feel me pushing off even when I'm doing this. even when I'm trying not to, this foot still wants to say, here, I'll just give you, no, stop it. I don't know if I don't know how they do that. It's like maybe just go really slow. Maybe I'm trying to do it too fast. Let's see here. That foot is still kicking off. Maybe it's because this leg ain't strong enough. It could be. I noticed that when I really do manage to do it once or twice, the leg is really struggling to lift me. It's like this, like I said, I can't do pistol squats, so it could just be I'm missing the strength to do these. Pistol squats are one-legged squats. Oh yeah, it's a lot harder if you do manage to get this leg to do all the work. Actually quite challenging. I did do legs yesterday. I did presses. Do I want to say that's why it's harder? I don't feel like I'm sore or anything from that, so I don't want to blame that, but it could have some effect on why I'm not able to do as many. It's going to take me some practice just to learn how to do those correctly because it's really hard to not use your back foot at all. Let's see. How do I want to do this? Pretty sure I just did normal dumbbells last time. I'm just going to say 10. So I did a lot with weight, but those are step ups using the back leg as a kick. A lot harder to do, a lot easier to do. Um, I started doing weighted dips. Let's do the next one. I'm not, again, it's an upper body one. Okay, so the way he's doing, and now there are a couple ways you can do dips. There's ones that focus on your triceps, and there's ones that focus, well, triceps are always involved, but there's some that are designed. Some ways you can do this where you're actually doing full on tricep, um, or more focused tricep. There's also some where it does more back, and then more chest. So I can't do the kind of back leaning one. I have to face this way because these arms will keep me from leaning back. So, but also this keeps me from leaning back as well. So I'm kind of stuck for the options here. I can only really do the chest variant. I prefer the chest variant because it allows my arms to not have to go so far behind my back, but that could also be why my chest is considered pretty tight and probably results in the popping in my shoulder. Uh, Gloves. I know, I'm being a weenie. I just like to have gloves. Um, Here's the thing. This is a steel bar it's not a pad, it's just a grip. It's a hard grip. Um, it's, sometimes it presses on the nerve in my hand. That's why I like to have these, because I could just do more if I don't have to worry about the metal pressing on a nerve in my hand. Uh, Again, I could try to do them forward, um, which will do more tricep like this. You can use stuff, or use your legs. You can do it. Now they're doing a band assisted version, which means you put the band under your foot like so. And you do your dips. And this will still take off. Wait. Um, it does make it easier, but I've done these kind of things with, I don't know, 90 pounds on my waist. So I know I can do more. I could do them without the weight. Still want to extend your neck. You don't want to be shrugging. 20. Now, you say, looks like you could have done more than that. You're right, I could have done more than that. I just want to try to squeeze into the actual workout. I just want to say I did the workout. I'm not skipping nothing. Granted, I'm doing them quick and I'm not maybe doing as many as I should, but we'll call this the warm up for the actual workout. Now look, if you're new to this workout, if you're new to doing calisthenics, well, I'm kind of new to it too. But I mean, if you don't work out often and you don't already have decent body strength, where a lot of these things are actually challenging for you, um, what you need to do is do the workout exactly as it says. Don't follow the way I'm doing it. I go a little fast. I do some other ones. I skip to the next thing. I don't skip, but I mean, I go through, do the next one, try to go a little faster. But I'm in pretty good shape. I mean, these things are challenging sometimes, but I can still do them. I have a lot of energy. My muscle endurance is pretty decent, and I'm ready to go on to the next thing a lot of times. But if you're new, a lot of this is set up for people who are going from nothing to something, and they're trying to get to this point of fitness. So they've gone through all this. So having a couple of days, so it's kind of like doing workouts, which this is actually pretty common. You do like 3 or 4 weeks hard, and you go with an easy week. And the easy week here is the test week, right? You just do one set. Hey, you're good. Give your body beyond that. You give it a time to recover. There's nothing harm with doing a little bit of aerobic in between, or cross training, whatever it is. Go to yoga, whatever works for you. But you should always take a day off. I always take Saturday off. I never work out on Saturday unless it's fun, like gonna go play tennis or go play football with friends or basketball or something that's just fun. I don't consider it a workout. So the only thing that's probably at work that I've ever done is I go run marathons sometimes, and sometimes they're scheduled for Saturday. Still work. It's fun because it's a competitive environment, but it's still work. It's not like I would just go do it because hey, let's go run a marathon today. You don't do that. So that's the only exception to my rule of no work. All right, so glute bridge. Um, Again, I don't know what the numbers are on this, but I'll do what I can. Shouldn't be too hard, but again, it's slow. I'm not even sure where my hands are supposed to be. I should probably have looked at that. You know what? I'm going to get close here because if I bend here more, it'll allow me to work on those things that this leg is already pretty weak at, which is the equivalent. This is the starting position of a pistol squat, or the bottom position. And you want to tighten your glute as much as possible. I don't know if I'm going too high. I'm not sure. But this is a leg workout, a little bit of core. But it's meant to be, I think, the leg getting to work. I'm trying not to push myself up with my arm. That's why you see me floating my arm slightly. Arg. Oh, actually, that was pretty hard. Okay, so I did 20. I don't know what the counts are supposed to be with that, but I would imagine 8 to 15. I don't know. Yeah, 8 to 15. Okay, so there you go. There's today's workout. That's why that's why I prefer to do an extra workout. So I'm going to go ahead and I need to start my watch. Normally I, try to keep track on my watch as to how much I'm doing. Um, Day 10. Let's at least take a look at Calie move week 6, and maybe I'll do it Friday or maybe tomorrow. What's it matter? Today wasn't that hard. I could do it tomorrow. We'll see what I do. Decide in the morning. Let's see. Oh. There. Okay. What did I do? 20? We'll just do that. Oops. How is that a rep max? I don't know how that ended up being a rep max. What did I enter? What did I accidentally enter? Oh, have I never done barbell glute max? Maybe I've never done a barbell glute bridge. I know it has numbers in here, but these are kind of silly numbers, right? 10 and 8. So it's possible. I just never did it. I never recorded that version of this on. I've done hip raises, which you do with a bench behind your back. Glute bridges you do on the floor. So I don't know. Maybe I just don't do them on the floor. Okay, let's go see what Calie move week 6, day 1 is going to be. I wish I would have got started earlier. Maybe I could squeeze it in at lunchtime. I don't know. I feel like I didn't do anything today. Probably didn't. Probably because I didn't do much. Okay, so they're actually doing rests in here. 3 minute rests. 40 to 80, 30 to 40. Holy. Oh, these are timed. So these are all timed exercises. And we're doing, wait a minute, did I? Can't be doing the same thing next week. That would be silly. Phase 2, week 6. Really? We're just basically doing test week again? Phase 2, test week. Hold, active hang. You get longer rests. 5 to 10 minutes, 40 to 80, 30 to 40. And then you go into phase 2. Oh, wait, no. Oh, let's go here. I can go anywhere I want now. That's nice. But oh, okay, I see. Never mind. These are 3 sets. Um, Basically, you hold for 2 minutes and then you do it again and again and again. Oh, that's going to be interesting. So it's 6 minutes, um, 9 minutes, 6 minutes, and 6 minutes. So that's 18, and 9 is 27 plus 3 minutes in between each. I don't know. Again, that's arms, arms, arms. I guess they're all going to be pretty focused on the same thing, so a couple of minutes might not hurt. That's 27 plus 12 is 39, plus the actual exercise, which is going to be 1, 2, 3, 3.5 per. So another 12, 39, 51. It's about an hour's worth of exercise. If you do it exactly like they're saying, this is going to be over an hour. I do not have time to even get close to completing that. So it's basically the week 5 test day 1 doing it once, or doing it 3 times. And you're going to do them all in succession to themselves. Okay, so this one specifically said next exercise for the test, but you're going to do 3 and you're doing them all right after each other. So you're going to get a break, then you just do it again, and then you get a break, and then you do it again. And then you go to the next exercise after a break, and then you do that one 3 times, 2 times, 3 times, all 3 times, but they're 2 and 3 minute breaks. They give you a little bit more time with the hangs because you're going to be tired, but 30 seconds, not too bad if you've done these before. Now notice how he's doing them. He has a fairly decently arched back, but he's not hanging. His lower body is not hanging. His core is engaged. He's just allowing himself to have that inverted hold, or inverted row, like a hollow body, except it's kind of inverted. So he does have a little bit of a hook, but he's not just hanging on his lower body. It is engaged. His core is holding him. He's just coming up straight, allowing his chest to be back. He's just lifting his legs up. You can do them. I've looked the way they do them. This is just a hang. So you're not really doing anything. So really where your body is engaged doesn't matter. You can hang with your legs out in front of you. It just engages a different setup for your core, but the arms are getting basically the same workout. Just make sure you get that back full so you're not going straight up with your arms. But it is 8:17. I cannot get this workout in. There's no way. No way in all of heck that I get this done in 30 minutes, since it's an hour, pretty close to an hour, 52, 53 minutes at least. And that's if I keep up. So sadly, I'm going to probably throw in some stuff today. I don't feel like I got enough exercise. But some days are like that, you know. I got up early enough. Hey, Christy, how you doing? To supposing. Well, I suppose. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a bodybuilder, so bodybuilding poses are not really my thing. But I am gonna, maybe I will try to throw in. I can't get this exercise done or this workout done because it's too long. So I won't be able to add it to today. But I do want to do some extra things. So maybe I'll do some holds. Maybe I'll do one of each. How's that? It's something, right? Better than nothing. I also have, you can see, let's see if this is working now. Where's it at? Oh, here it is. See if it wants to work now. Yep, there it goes. Move my chest? You mean like The Rock, who can flex one side at a time? I can't really do that. That's about the extent of it. I can I don't know how he does that, where he can flex oh, I guess I can kind of. The Rock, who can fire an acorn back at you. Wasn't that what he did? He's like, somebody threw an acorn at him and he flinched his chest, and on what was that, Jumanji, where he was well, was it the girl? No, the girl. I thought, who was it? Well, it was the little wimpy guy turned into the Rock on Jumanji when they went in through the video game. Okay, so let's go ahead and do at least a couple of things, right? I mean, so let's start the workout. Let's see if I can get at least one or two of the parts in. Tomorrow I'll do some more. Okay, so the first one is hang. Um, Doing 30-second hangs. So you're supposed to do 3. It says 8 to 30. So we'll see. Um, let's do let's do 30 for the first two, and then I'll do max on the last. How's that? Alexa, set timer for 30 seconds.
30 seconds, starting now.
Now I'm using the hollow body position. It makes me rock for some reason, but Alexa, stop. Okay, so um, okay, let's see what else. It's a 2 minute break between each. It's probably good because that one actually puts a lot of stress on your shoulders and back. I'm going to try to do the inverted hold like he does, where his back is back. Again, it's 30 seconds. You're basically trying to get into what amounts to the start of a pull-up and hold it for 30 seconds. It is actually quite challenging because you're engaging a lot of muscles. It's not just the dead hang. What I was doing there borders on dead hang. What you're trying to do in there is you're trying to pull and engage your shoulders like you're actually doing a pull-up, like you're not locked out, you're not shrugging, but you're doing a pull-up and you're just kind of holding it. You don't want your arms bent. They should be fully extended. So you're basically just hanging. He calls them active hang or active hold or something like that. I think it's an active hang. And it's only a 2 minute break. So um, we will have to start here in a minute. My shoulder pops so much, so annoying when I'm doing these. It's like pop, 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 pop. Now, I've been told it has to do with muscle tightness and stuff in my shoulders, and I've been doing a lot of stretching, a lot of stuff. It doesn't seem to be helping. It's like just, I don't know. I have shoulder things going on. I can't tell you what. All right, has it been 2 minutes? It's probably close enough. Let's go ahead and start. 30 seconds. I'm going to try and do like I'm going to do a pull-up, active hang pull-up where my feet don't do too much. Alexa, set timer for 30 seconds.
30 seconds, starting now.
Oh, Alexa, stop. Okay, so there's two. It's definitely a different feel to do it that way versus the hollow body position. Both of them are challenging. I actually think the hollow body might be a little harder, but I'm also kind of tired, so that one seemed hard. But I feel like the hollow body might have been harder. So this is kind of how the next workout will go. I'll be doing 3 of these, 2 minute break. These are long breaks, but they are holds. You're doing them as hard as you can. Now this time I'm going to do it as long as I can, which might not be any longer than I just did. Might be a few seconds. But you just basically go until you can't hold it any longer, which, like I said, may or may not be the same, less, more, I don't know. Uh, these are supposed to be 30 seconds. They're 8. He has them 8 out of 10 effort. So it's not really meant to be a max. But 8 means you're within 1 or 2 of your max. You're getting close. You're not there. You've got a little juice left in the tank, so you got to save that for the next round. Um, but it's reasonably challenging, right? So you're actually going to go ahead and try to max out your effort there. So, but you don't want to. It just really what it comes down to is you don't want it to be at the point where it's you have a lot of juice in the tank. Like I could have went for a minute and a half. If you could have went for a minute and a half, probably should go longer on the sets because they're not challenging you enough. Could I have done a minute and a half? My longest, I can dead hang for a minute and a half. I know that. Um, well, I'm close to a minute and a half. But I've been doing back stuff these last few days. I'm a little tired. A little bit. I don't know. Plus, I'm stopping short because the time says stop short. It's mentally harder to keep going when you know you don't have to. um, I guess we'll just see what Alexa says here. So this is going to be hard. I do have these things. They're not stable. Got stuff on my bar here, which is probably adding to my complexity because my hand can't move, or my hand can move, which means I have to keep it very stable. All right, here we go. Let's go with this. We'll go overhand. Why not? Alexa, start stopwatch.
Okay, stopwatch started.
This is harder, I think, than the dead hang. This engaged shoulders bit. I thought Alexa, stop stopwatch. Alexa, stop stopwatch. I think I only did like 15 seconds. Alexa, stop stopwatch. Why is she so dumb?
Okay, stop at 42 seconds.
Yeah, well, if you had listened to probably less than that, I probably did about 20 seconds. Okay, so it wasn't a great run. My shoulders started feeling really weird there, like it was getting disjointed, and I was like, oh, can't find the comfort zone for that. So that's definitely something I need to work on. You can see I'm not getting very far. I probably didn't even do 330s, right? Because I only did 20. Um, that engaged part, that's what makes that one challenging. It's like the dead hang isn't so hard, isn't so bad, but like I said, it was harder to do the hollow hold for a dead hang. But when you're actually engaging those back muscles and keeping your body up, like you're ready to do a pull up the whole time, it's actually a lot more challenging. But what time do I got? Do I got time to try to do one more thing? Sure. Let's go ahead and try and do the next thing. Why? Oh, my phone turned sideways? Okay, so the next thing is step ups. Okay, so step ups for me are very hard. It's not the step ups that are hard. It's the doing them without the help of your back leg. That's very hard. Um, I'm going to go ahead. I don't even know. Do they have a hollow hold here or pike hold? Active hang. I did 30. Dang it. Hard for me to do that. I got to disconnect. Then I did 30 again. And then I did, I think, 20. Now the next exercise is step ups, which I will just have to unlink there. Dumbbell step up. Okay, so dumbbell step up. I'm not doing dumbbells right now. I still got to figure out how to engage my legs so that this isn't, it's not going to make it easier. The thing is, I got to learn not to push with this foot. So it's like you almost, when you come down, it's almost better if you don't put it down. If you can just use it as a balance point. I don't know. I'm trying to guess the best way to do this. I haven't figured it out yet. I still push off with the other leg. Um, yeah, it's not easy. Leaning into it does help. It does kind of help you center your body so this leg can do it. Because if you're too far back, this leg is not going to lift you off the ground. You just can't do it. So if you give yourself that center point of gravity, it allows this leg to actually engage and lift your body better. Actually, that helps. Okay, so don't come down to your heel. Come down to your toe. It's harder to push, give yourself a boost. That helped. I notice I can't boost as hard if you just come down to your toes and then go back up. It allows you to kind of come all the way, but since you don't get to use your calves because your toes are already extended, that means the amount of boost you can get out of the tip of your toe is going to be a lot less. So just kind of keep your foot fully extended when you hit the ground, and you should be able to put the weight on your leg. Don't bend your leg though. Straight leg, heel up, takes away all the compression, all the springy effect that you can get out of your leg. Well, not all of it, but it takes away a lot of it. So you still kind of have to balance. Okay, so let's say 10 again. I did 10. And the number, of course, is per leg. Now the waiting for timer is half the battle from here as we try to. So this is it. This is all I'm doing. I'm just going to finish this leg step up, which is probably good because it's the one I'm probably the worst at. Anything that requires me to have a fully bent leg, because you're almost fully bent. I mean, if you think of the acute angle here, um, it's very hard. Now, I can't do it, like I said, I can't do a pistol squat. Pistol squat is basically, I don't even know if I could do it if I do this, but here. This is a pistol squat, right? So you're able to come down to a full squat. Now, maybe not seated on the floor like this, but you're trying to come down to a point like this where you can then push yourself up all the way to up. So a pistol squat would allow you to come all the way back down. Now, again, I can't do it. I don't have the I don't have the leg strength once I'm in that squat position, which is obviously some muscles that I can't do. Like yesterday, I was doing press. I had 360 pounds. I could go to about here, but you start getting into here, and I can't do it. And if you figure out what does that mean in leg strength? Well, if you're doing one leg and you weigh 180 pounds like me or close to it, this leg is doing probably full range, full squat all the way down. This leg is probably doing 150 of those pounds. Now, if you think of that in terms of two legs, that's 300 pounds, right? But it's all the way down. I can't do 300-pound squats with a barbell, much less, just what you're doing a barbell on. I was doing presses. Presses, you know, it's not what you think. It's not the amount of weight they say it is. If it says 360, it's probably more like 220 or something. It's not that hard. So don't be impressed. It's like some people can put themselves. You'll see some people with the press machine. I gotta do this thing here. Some people on the press machine will do. They got 1,000 pounds on there, but they have it. It's sitting at 45 degrees. It's like, well, you're only lifting half that. So, buddy, 500 is still good, but if the mechanics of if the geometry is correct and there's good oil and it's exactly 45 degrees, then you take away half the weight. That's how that works. My balance, my core isn't very good. Well, I'm also stepping on a spongy bench, but probably doesn't help. I did 15. Okay, so once I start getting the in position, it's not as hard. I probably could have done a few more. So sometimes half the battle of an exercise is figuring out how to do it correctly, how to engage the right muscles. I still can't do a pistol squat though. Trust me, I cannot do a pistol squat. I wish, I wish I could pull down on this, because in order for me to do a pistol squat, I need to be able to see this isn't high enough. Then if I had something to hold, I could practice my pistol squat, where I can like use bands or whatever, because I could go all the way down and just start learning. Now, I can do it, well, I probably shouldn't be practicing these here, but I do like to do a full pistol squat position, where you're down like this, and then just pull up, because I already can do a regular squat, right? So just let my arms help. But it allows me to teach my leg to go from beginning to end, hopefully. It's basically an assisted lift. I gotta stop doing those though. It's gonna kill my last set. I mean, not that it's so bad, right? You're still getting the same exercise. This is kind of like half a pistol squat. You're not coming in quite as low. And of course, the higher this is, the harder it is. So if I was to put like, a block that was this high, it's going to be a lot harder. I need to get a block. As you see, like even with this one, I go up. See, I've still got room for, I could put another 18 inches between me and the top. So I'm not going to hit my head anytime soon. Unless I'm back there, I hit the fan because the roof is the same and the fan's about the same height as this roof is, and I go up 2 steps. So if I was doing this on there, I'd probably be getting pretty close to the top. But if I do down here, but I just need to get that next. I'm gonna get a block. I hate paying for a block. It just seems like a weird thing. But you get the spongy ones, they're kind of like sponge. They're like hard foam or something. They're soft. They're harder than this, but they're still just. They're not. They're light. Is basically what it comes down to. They'll hold your weight. They'll support your weight, but they're light. Now a board is probably better. A wooden thing. It's going to be more stable. Just for your own purposes. Your feet aren't going to squish into it. But like at the gym, they have these ones that are um, just basically big blocks of whatever. I'd like to get about a 25-inch one. I don't think they have those. They have 20 and 30, I think, and bigger. I can't do it bigger. 30, I'd be like really close to hitting my head. I think I would hit my head on the roof. I think I actually took a thing and measured one time. But yeah, let's do this. Last one. All right, I'm done. It's not. I feel like I did a little bit more having stuck in those 2 exercises. It's half of the workout already for this thing. I think I did 15 the second time, 14 the first, so I'm gonna go 14. But yeah, I felt it was a sad workout. But I'm a little winded. That's something. So could be worse, could be better. Most definitely can be better. So that's it for me. That is the end of today's workout. I have to get to work here in 15 minutes or get online and be ready for my meeting. I don't really have anything else. Thanks for coming by, Christy, saying hi. And hopefully that in the future I'll have more abs to show for my work. Still working on that. I eat too much. I'm an eater. So my body's like fighting. Says, man, I work so hard, but you just keep on eating that food, keeping me from being able to look the part. But it's all right. One of these days, I'll get there. I will get to my objectives at some time, I hope. But I think, as far as it goes, I am pretty much set for finishing this for the day. So, till next time, stay fit, stay healthy.